The city was a symphony of grey. A blanket of snow muffled every sound. In a small park, nestled between towering buildings, a playground stood deserted, except for a young mother, Anna, and her daughter, Liza, their laughter echoing softly in the frigid air.
Liza, be careful, but keep having fun, sweetheart.
Anna watched as Liza, bundled in a bright pink snowsuit, her cheeks rosy from the cold, squealed with delight. She zipped down the small hill on her sled. The rhythmic squeak of the metal runners against the snow was the only sound that broke the silence. Anna smiled, her heart warmed by her daughter's infectious joy.
You're doing great, Liza. Just a few more rides, okay?
Anna's eyes followed Liza as she trudged back up the hill, her little sled in tow. Her laughter, like the tinkling of bells, was the sweetest music to her ears. Liza, eager for another exhilarating descent, positioned her sled at the top of the hill. With a gleeful shout, she pushed off. The sled picked up speed, racing down the slope. But this time, something was different. The sled, instead of veering towards the safety of the open ground, continued on a straight trajectory. Directly in its path, a park bench loomed large.
Liza, watch out!
Anna's breath hitched in her throat. Suddenly, a figure materialized from seemingly nowhere. A young man, tall and athletic, was moving with a speed that belied the icy conditions. He reached Liza in a flash, scooping her up into his arms just as the sled crashed into the bench with a sickening thud.
Oh my God, thank you so much.
Is she okay? I saw what happened and just reacted.
Yes, she's okay, thanks to you.
That night, as Liza slept soundly in her bed, Anna lay awake. The events of the day replayed in her mind, each frame etched with vivid clarity. The fear that had gripped her heart, the overwhelming relief that followed, and the image of the stranger, his face a blur, his act of courage forever imprinted in her memory.
Who was he? Where did he come from?
She wondered about him. Who was this guardian angel who had appeared just when she needed him most?
But she's safe, and for that I am forever grateful.
As she looked at Liza's peaceful face, a sense of peace descended upon her. March 8th dawned bright and clear. The grip of winter had finally loosened its hold, and the city was bathed in the warmth of the early spring sun. Anna, feeling lighter than she had in days, took Liza to the park.
As they approached the playground, Anna's heart skipped a beat. Sitting on a bench, reading a book, was the stranger from the park. He looked up, and their eyes met across the distance. A slow smile spread across his face, and Anna felt a warmth blossom in her chest.
Hello, he said, his voice a warm baritone that sent shivers down her spine. I believe we have something to celebrate.
His name was Alexander, and he was every bit as kind and compassionate as Anna had imagined. He was a doctor, he explained, his schedule as erratic as the city's weather patterns. He admitted to frequenting the park as a sanctuary, a place to steal a few moments of peace amidst the chaos of the city.
They spent the afternoon together, the three of them, laughing and talking as if they had known each other for years. Liza, initially shy, warmed up to Alexander quickly, her laughter echoing through the park as he pushed her on the swings.
As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the playground, Alexander walked them back to Anna's apartment. He hesitated at the door, and for a moment their eyes met, a silent conversation passing between them.
Alexander, she said, her voice filled with childish innocence, will you have tea with us?
And so the miracle of March 8th unfolded. Three souls, brought together by fate and a shared moment of terror, found solace and warmth in each other's company.
Sometimes, she realized, miracles were not about grand gestures or divine interventions. Sometimes they were as simple as a shared glance, a chance encounter, a cup of tea shared on a cold March evening.